Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to show you how I make some box cushions for this awesome outside patio bench furniture piece that Ryan made for us last year. We are just now getting around to making those cushions. You can see he built a little storage area in the back, and it gives it like a little lean whenever you're sitting on the bench, but currently it's a little bit uncomfortable without those cushions. So let's go ahead and get on into it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel down below and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time that we upload. So like I said, Ryan built that bench about a year ago, and that's when we bought the cushions and the material for it, but I am just now opening it. I'm going to end up making 4 cushions to go along that bench. Alright, so I'm going to be real with you guys. This project I have been putting off for an entire year because I've just been so nervous. You can see even getting into it to start cutting the material, I was really nervous and kept going back to the YouTube videos that I was referring to, which I will link those down below, but I couldn't find one that was the exact thing that I wanted, which I wanted cushions that did not have zippers. So I wanted to just literally sew the cushions directly into the material. So I specifically bought outdoor material and outdoor cushions. So what's really awesome about these is I don't have to take them off to wash them. I just run the hose over them. If they get dirty, if soda spills on them, if anything gets on them, if the dog gets them dirty, I just run them underneath the hose and they're all set to go. I have to say that the hardest part of this project was just getting started. I did a bunch of marking on the back side of the fabric. I hesitated, I stopped, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. This happens a lot with a lot of projects that I have, and I have all these fun, cool ideas I want to do, and then I just get really scared about doing them because what if I mess up, if I waste material, and sometimes you just have to bite the bullet because I'm actually super proud of what I did here, and it was not all that difficult. It was time consuming, but not all that difficult. So as you saw, I traced the outside of my cushion, and here's a diagram of what that ended up looking like. So I did both sides of the cushion and then the depth of the cushion as well, and like I said, I kind of got this idea from a YouTube video, and I will link that down in the description below. After I traced my cushion, I added another 1/4 inch around that trace line for my seam allowance, and that was the line that I actually ended up cutting out. And instead of adding a zipper, I measured it out this way so that I could just hand stitch the one side that I do not sew together, which I'll show you how I sewed the sides together to get that perfect box corner in just a little bit. I was just cutting out all 3 pieces of fabric for all of my cushions. I just took my original piece with all my markings on it and laid it on top, and then just cut around that like a very, very large stencil. So now we are at my sewing machine. I started by doing a zigzag stitch all along the edge of the fabric, just to ensure that there wouldn't be any fraying. I really wasn't terribly concerned with this fabric fraying because it is an outdoor fabric, so it's a little bit sturdier, but just to be on the safe side, I went ahead and zigzagged all around the edges, and then as in this diagram shown here, I stitched the corners together, which are those orange little L shapes right there, and that created the box in the box cushion. So once the corners were sewed together, I went ahead and sewed the edges together along the blue lines here on the diagram, leaving just the one side open so that I could struggle to put the cushion in, which you will see in just a little while. And then I went ahead and pinned those sides together just because it was a little bit easier for me to hold all that fabric together, because that's a lot of fabric to be working with. As you can see me doing that here, just to make sure and to remind myself where I needed to stop sewing so I didn't sew the whole thing together and then, you know, I couldn't put the cushion in. So like even up to this point, I was really nervous. I did not know if it was gonna work. I did not think that the cushion was gonna fit into the material at all, to be honest. This is me turning it inside out, going to get the cushion and struggling. Let me tell you, I struggled to put this cushion on. It didn't help that I was distracted. I was watching Bones, I think. And then I just was so excited. It actually fit. It fit, it went in well, it just needed to be stitched down. So I started stitching by hand a ladder stitch, which is a hidden stitch, and of course I had to watch a YouTube video on how to do that correctly and struggle with how big it was, and I'll link down below the YouTube video that actually ended up helping me a whole lot with this stitch. And it took me a couple tries, but after the like halfway through the stitching, I was like, okay, yeah, I totally got this. I know what I'm doing now. And I was super excited that I was able to make it look so professional. I'm super excited with the way that it turned out. Like I said, I hesitated going into this project just because I was so nervous about how much money I'd spent on the cushions and the material and what I wanted, and because I am kind of a perfectionist in some manners, I was just really nervous to do it, but I'm so glad that I finally did, because I think this is probably one of my favorite projects I have done this year, and ever actually sewing, and so I'm super excited with how it turned out. It looks so beautiful in our backyard, and it's just going to make hanging out there so much more comfortable and so much more fun. And I'm really excited that we went with this custom cushion design. I mean, for the amount of money that we could have spent on something that wasn't our own, you know, I spent the same amount of money making it, and it's ours and it's custom. And see, our doggo loves it. Everyone say hi to Abby. She is a big old Dobby. She is a big sad girl, but she's super sweet, and I think she likes her new hangout. She will definitely be hanging out here with us in the summertime, just enjoying the backyard and a nice soft spot to lay on. So I'm so glad that you guys got to join me on my fun cushion journey, and thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!